Bonjour, Kinamagi and Ireland Edition Cast, and welcome to this Tier 2 intervention. Today's episode, Math Reteach 3.4. We'll begin by reviewing the last session's work. And in our last session, 3.3, we were looking at two-digit dividends, which means that your dividend has at least two digits, so the tens and the hundreds. And we worked through this part together with a 1 time, 2 times, and none. We did this one, 35 divided by 5 was 7 miles. You did number 2. We did 55 divided by 4. And we find that 4 goes into 55 13 times. Notice we kept the word balloons with a remainder of 3. And we kept the word balloons. So we have the word balloons. In that habit, balloons. Looking at the question, if you look up at the upper screen here, we had 4 into 55. 4 goes into 55 one time. Multiply 1 times 4 is 4. Subtracting it to 1. 1 is smaller than 4. Bring down, I get a 15. 4 goes into 15. 4, 8, 12, 3 times. Make sure I line it up. 3 times 4 is 12. Subtract, I get a 3. There's nothing to bring down. 13 or 3. What it would look like. Today, we're going to move into Reteach 4, division patterns. Basic facts and patterns can help you divide multiples of 10. Look at the pattern below. We built most of a pyramid. 28 divided by 7 was 4. That's your basic fact. But let's say I was trying to find something larger, like 280 divided by 7. I could add a 0 here and a 0 there. Notice I added a 0 on each side of the equal sign. So 280 divided by 7 is 40. 2,800 divided by 7 is 400. 28,000 divided by 7 is 4,000. So you notice as I multiplied this side, or my dividend by 10, my quotient or answer was multiplied by 10. So 1 0, 1 0, 2 zeros, 2 zeros, 3 zeros, 3 zeros. And that's one way we can do this. Another way is you can cross out zeros to make division easier. Be sure to cross out the same number of zeros in the dividend and divisor. So we had 420 divided by 60. I have 1 0 in each. I can cut them out. And this is essentially dividing both of them by 10. Is 420 divided by 10? It's 42. 60 divided by 10 is 6. And now I get a problem that I can do in my head easier. So let's do a couple of these together. Get a little more to practice today on the worksheet. There's a lot to practice today. We'll do the first couple rows together. Feel free to write these in. 630 divided by 7. 63 divided by 7 is a 9. And there's 1 0 still over here in my dividend, so I need 1 0 over here. 810 divided by 90. I can do the get rid of here. So now I have 81 divided by 9. And I know that 9 times 9 is 81, so my quotient is 9. 480 divided by 4. 4 goes into 48 12 times. There's 1 0 there, so I need a 0 over here. 120. Then I have 240 divided by 20. That's another where I can get rid of that. I'm just going to collect that to it. So now I have 24 divided by 2. It's 12. Again, 550 divided by 50. I can divide both sides by 10. 55 divided by 5. And if you remember that one, that is an 11. 800 divided by 4. It's a little more challenging. 8's going to go into 40 because you can't put it into 4. But it can go in, except for hundreds, it can go into 40 tens. And it goes in 5 times. There's still 1 0 left over. And there we go, 50. I want you to practice these. This one I want you to practice on the paper, and you will send it back in to me. I do not expect you to have to write things out. You're welcome to, but the directions say divide mentally. So that's what I want you to try to do the best you can. If you need to cross something out as a reminder, okay, but do the best as towards dividing mentally. We'll review this together in our next session. I look forward to seeing these papers come back to me. It's very important. That way I can look and see how you did. So if you're in group A, you would bring these papers with you on Monday. If you're in group B, you bring them on Thursday. If you're in group C, exchange them on the Wednesday, or there is a drop box in front of the school, a little red box that you can put the work in. You may also take pictures of papers and email them to me at mireland@sykechipschool.net or send a text at 989-750-1640. Hope you all have been a good. Mama P.